30 minutes late. Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream. Stream gonna start. We're gonna play some Pale, because I don't know how to say the last name. Cachexia? Cachexia. Xia. I don't know how to say that. Okay, I'll figure it out. Anyways, I'm 30 minutes late. Wow. I didn't think I would be this late, to be honest. But I am 30 minutes late. It's fine. It's not too big of a deal. Let's see. Shall we start? Unless it starts from the beginning. I swear, if it does. Oh, wait a second. Load. Yes. I am not gonna start a new thing. Oh my god. Ikitaro, Ikitrix. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. How are there so many of these accursed things? Wiping the sweat from his brow with a forearm, the man sighed heavily. He was only halfway through planting his potatoes, one of the staple crops he planned. Hey Ray, welcome to the stream. They were taking him much longer than expected, and it was far from an enjoyable process. With all the work I've put into this patch, I expect some blank fine products to come out of it. He announced sharply to the fresh-tilled earth around him, which currently only offered a few sparse seedlings. Sometimes gardening's like that. I would work so hard on making strawberries, and they grew out, but they went back in. I don't get it. I don't get strawberries. Still, despite all his annoyance and grumbling. Also, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing this fine evening? Isaiah couldn't deny the satisfaction he felt from surveying his work. Between the garden and the newly renovated manor, his old family grounds were becoming a beautiful independent refuge in the forest. Hey Echo, welcome. Ikari, welcome. Fifth, yeah. Hey Protag. At last he would be free from the will of others, free from all the rules, structures, and arbitrary games of society. It was well worth the price of being completely alone. Hey Edward, welcome. Tomato better to grow. That's true. I grow a lot of tomatoes. My mom recently, oh, I forgot to tell you guys the news. Chili pepper, in 80 days, chili pepper challenges may happen again. I'm guessing a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, Dragon PT, welcome. Hey, Ezio, welcome to the stream and welcome to the Salad Gang. But yeah, so my mom bought like 6 tomato plants. And they also I got my mom to agree to get a pepper plant. So it grows in 80 days, but let me tell you, in the fall, my dad bought like 6 pepper plants on accident, thinking that they were tomato plants, and I literally did like 10 pepper challenges on stream. And the reason why I stopped is because I got pepper in my eyes, and I had to stop a stream because I was crying. But yeah, I think I deleted that stream. But yeah, in real life, Stardew Valley, let's go! But yeah, so pepper challenges may come in the summer. Yay. I miss them so much. Anyways, how are you guys doing? Hey. Well, not entirely alone. Isaiah's gaze flickered towards the small figure sitting in the grass nearby, toying with flowers and giggling with wonder at the sky. So this is the dad. father. This scene was one he longed for so many times. Only in his dream, she was here too, laughing and holding their child. The sunlight glittered on their matching hair. Echolocation. Scowl, milks help with... What is that? Oh, you mean eating peppers? Milk helps with that? Yeah, understandable. I know. I drink a lot of milk. It's just I got it in my eyes. I had to pour milk into my eyes, and I had to pour water afterwards. It was a big old mess, and I couldn't sleep. Without her, it seemed like nothing more than a sad joke. The caricature of a clueless father played for a fool by his beloved. You still got a daughter? And what a fool I am, he muttered bitterly to himself, tossing his shovel aside and rubbing his hand across his brow. Still got a daughter? Stuck with a child I have no clue how to care for. You'll figure it out. Not every single parent knows how to care for a daughter or a son out of nowhere, a child for one. I love tomato. There are great berries, a great fruit, and full of nutrients and easy to eat. Very true. Ice is the thing that actually burns you, and milk does, yeah. Ice that what I use against pepper spray. Yeah, I just poured it like that way. So weird. Out here gardening and laboring when I'm nothing but a witless academic who inadvertently slew all of his houseplants by forgetting to water them. It's you know, you get used to it. You know, you'll learn. One day you'll be like, oh, I forgot to water. Now I remember how to water because my brain learned. And water, in fact, makes it worse. I don't think water made it worse for me. I think I did it diagonally, so the water, like, ran through my eyes and out. But yeah, I did pour a lot of milk. I used a whole jug of milk. My parents were mad. I've gotten myself into quite the mess this time, haven't I? Interesting. Yes, Gordon, very interesting. Isn't it very interesting? This is such a nice story. His chest heaved with a long, tired sigh. As it moves around the cat. Oh, well. I don't know why the burning just loosened then. It didn't burn as much. Alright, I'll just make sure to pour milk. As much as he tried to convince himself this was the right choice, that he'd be happier out here than in the city, a sense of doubt always came creeping back to him. And like it had for so many years, the pail's icy grip still held him in its clutches. Earlier in the year, when he was cleaning and refurbished the manor for his new family, Isaiah had barely felt the symptoms. A wealth of energy flowed through him, and all of his lethargy was washed away by tides of excitement. But now, he couldn't he rose himself from bed half the time, and the disease attacked him savagely when he least expected it. My arms extend to reach the 9th place. Nice. What's with the water? Me confused. Don't worry about it. His last true hope for living, the only thing giving him the will to fight the Pale's onslaught, was his search for a cure. Though he could feel that hope beginning to wane too. Papa? The man jerked his head towards the source of that tiny voice. He kept forgetting she was even there, playing among the flowers. Don't forget about your own stinging daughter! But when he looked down at the child, he saw her tiny hand outstretched towards him. A little white blossom lay in the center of her palm, offered up to him along side a sunny guileless smile. Come on, Isaiah. Reluctantly, the man lowered down to one knee. With hesitant, uncertain fingers, he reached out to take her offering, holding it in his much larger palm. He. Papa, Papa. The girl delightedly clapped her hands, breaking into a happy fit of giggles. Isaiah watched her for several long moments, his face contorting slightly, as if it wasn't fully sure what expression to make. What a silly girl. Like a blank babbling brook you are, silent is a virtue, especially for children. Grumbling quietly, he shoved the white flower into his pocket, then reached out to pick up his shovel once more. Oh, you kept the flower! You kept it though! Something in general? Huh? It's normal to forget the kids. I even forgot. Oh god. What are you thinking? What are you even thinking? I see. Anyways, there was still a great deal of planting to be done. He had to take advantage of days like today, when he had the strength to work properly. No time to be playing around with flowers, certainly. Flowers are great. With that, he set about digging again, driving his shovel into the soft earth with vehement strikes. I know how to say that. What a strange life he had created for himself. Wow. I kind of want to live his life. It's kind of nice. You know? Silent in the woods. One house. Kind of have this ambience music. And then you're just digging in the dirt, making your own garden. And then you have someone beside you who's just smiling at you. You know? Weird. Who boosted the salad server? Oh yeah! I got my first boost. Nice. It's who I am woeful. That one person that comes by sometimes. Almost forgot the dono tab blocks. Oh my god! Sorry. But yo, we got our first boost. Boosted toast. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. Should I put this down here? You guys can chill down here, right? You guys want to chill atop, on here? Boost? Okay, sorry. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyways, one more boost and then we can have an animated PFP. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I actually, congratulations. Thank you. It's nice, I guess. Get to do, we get an animated PFP. Oh ho ho. The heck is this? The heck is this? The heck is this? Ray, I'm going to kick you. I'm going to kick you, Ray! For the inconvenience. Sorry for the inconvenience. Oh my god. Ray, what the heck are you doing? Why, thank you. Don't. This is not a time to talk about my spelling. Two. Wait, I want to show you guys something. I actually, you know what? Wait for a moment. I gotta show you guys something. This is actually, I'm actually pretty happy about this for some reason. It's like a cute little thing. Boy. Can you guys even see it? No, it's not announcements. It's just the thing I like. Don't worry about it. We're not announcing anything. Also, this is gonna take so long. The heck? Okay. You won't see anything bad. Yeah. Alright. As you can see, look. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why that makes me so happy. It's just so cute. Like a little thing. Anyways, look how nice this is. This is just a little thing. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop. I don't know why I like this. It's just funny. It's so cute. What announcements? Huh? No, not right now. Send an invite to Oh man, what are you guys doing here? Guys talking DMs. Oh my god. Okay. Where was it? It was the welcome thing. Anyways, look how cute that is. Oh my god, what are you doing here? Wait, you guys can't see it. There was the Discord thing. Oh my god, it was the Discord mascot that just popped up on the side saying hi. Oh my god. That's so amazing. Okay, I'm stopping. Sorry. Why am I going crazy about this? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know why I'm going crazy about this. Anyways. Strange, solitary, and most likely a very difficult one indeed. There was much he had to learn, and not simply for academic curiosity, but for their survival. I don't know why that was. It was just a small thing that I really liked, okay? Don't worry about me. Hey, Reflex, welcome to the stream. And am here. Alright, welcome. It was a heavy pressure, unforgiving, and merciless as nature itself. Nor was he a young, fit man full of vigorous energy any longer, able to finish 100 tasks in one day. But somehow he couldn't imagine going back to how life was before. Even if he never became a skilled farmer or a decent carpenter or an adept tailor, at least he was forging his path with his own two hands. That's very true. What? What name? As long as he retained the endless freedom, cherished it, grew bolder in it, and one day perhaps even pass it down to her. He could surely carry any weight on his shoulders along the way. Wait, does she also have the pail? Such thing is a trifling matter. What does that even mean? What? I don't even know what's going on. Anyways, a distant rumble stirred Esther from her sleep. Her hazy, half-open eyes drift towards the window where a dulled sky greeted her with little morning light. Dark, heavy drops sluggishly coursed down the glass, forming jagged patterns that soon dissolved into nothingness. Esther? Skylark is what's going on. Okay, then. The grayness brought her back her memories of the city. Dim, cold dawns, filtering through her bedroom window. Minutes spent staring out past the smoking chimneys into the industrial fog that always clouded her view. Mornings where it felt like an immense struggle to will herself upward, to muster the strength for starting a new day. She could hear her parents down below. Their muffled voices greet each other cheerfully over tea and breakfast. But as much as she dearly wanted to join them, the longer she lay there, listening to the light chatter, the more she felt removed from them altogether. A sense of loneliness, so deep that it grew complacent, resigned to the fact that she would never again rejoin the unafflicted world. Yeah, guys, just relax. We're here with some ASMR reading bednight stories. Oh my god. Bruh, I'm just here. I'm just like that one teacher that, like, you know, I'm reading a bedtime story to you guys, okay? So sit down. You know, I'll even get the fancy glasses. I even get the fancy glasses and I'll pour water into them. Okay, there. I have water in a glass. I pour water out of a bottle into a glass. What the heck? Eggs and toast with tomatoes are not enough for me. Add like, why am I on top? No. British accent one? Nah, not doing that. British. No, I'm not doing that. And the more she dwelled on that sullen thought, the less Esther felt like she wanted to rejoin such a world at all. Until finally, a restless sleep slowly would come to cover her in darkness once more. Esther, are you awake? Her eyelids fluttered open again. When she jerked her head upwards, she saw Sina standing beside the sofa, looking down at her rather timidly. Oh, I'm so sorry if I woke you up. I just thought I'd make some tea, so I was checking if I should put on a bigger pot for the two of us. Despite her light smile, something in Sina's tone seemed to carry a hint of worry. Hello, Jason. Welcome to the stream. Ideas are over, so I'm going to comment random things at random times. Random things is welcome in the chat. I guess so. But right now it's relaxing time. Well, you can relax with me as I drink water out of a glass because I don't know. Should I do voices? I don't know if I should do voices. Almost automatically, Esther slowly pushed herself into a sitting position, realizing it until her bare feet brushed the floor, sending a faint shiver up her spine. It's fine. I was already awake. Thank you for checking up on me. Oh, of course. Senna looked relieved, nodding contentedly to Esther's words. Tea for two, then. Tea for two, then. I'll put on the kettle. I'll go put on the kettle. Oh, and I thought we could stay inside today. I normally do on rainy days. We could go over to Papa's books and research together, maybe, if I wouldn't bother you. I'd be grateful for your help, Sina. There are just so many books and papers, I barely know where to start. Yes, of course, I'd be happy to help. Wow, I'm so excited. Oh, but first things first, the tea. I'll go fix a pot that's perfect for a day like this. Oh my god, what are you doing? We're trying to nice... Okay, what's the challenge? What? Okay. Duck time for... I can't read! While doing duck time, Ray. We are not doing duck time right now. We can do duck time on a game, but we are not doing duck time when I'm reading. So I'm not doing that. Also, the girl is cute. You thought she was a rabbit? Mama, what a rabbit. Should I try to implement like duck into my reading? Can I try that? If you don't mind. I can't do this. Wah, wah, wah. I don't remember how I did a quack. I don't remember how I did a quack. Ah, shoot. I forgot how I did the quack. Ah. Yes, we can read. I am not a rabbit. It is a challenge, but you have accepted. Yes, I have! I accepted the ooh challenge. Wait, no, I accepted the nya challenge. So, shh. I'm very picky with the challenges, okay? You can't expect me to just order me around. A dragon. Roar. I don't know how a dragon breathes fire. Wait, how does a dragon breathe fire? No, that's a snore. What the heck? That's a snore for it. Oh my god, what the heck? How the heck do you do a dragon? Oh, shush. I don't know, my brain's not working. I accidentally said that. Oh, there's a roar for you guys. Sorry, Ray. You can always ask something else. I'm just picky. But I put that up so you can, like, you know, put suggestions. And if I can do it, then I will. Okay. If you don't mind, could you start the fire and light a few candles, Esther? There's a tinderbox in the desk by the window. With that, she turned to hurry off into the kitchen, the soft pattering of her footsteps buried beneath the drone of heavy rain. ... Add est. I kind of want to do that. Yeah, okay. You know what? Let's do that. I'm ready to do that challenge. Ray, can I do that as your challenge, or should I give you back? I'll give you back your points, because this is my own challenge that I'll do. Because I actually want to do that. Actually seems like a challenge. How much is a challenge thing? That'll be 500. I'll give you 1,000 because of the other challenges. Also, the heck? You don't pop up on the list. Oh yeah, probably because Streamlabs is terrible at this. Yeah, Streamlabs is terrible at the search bar. You can't use the search bar. So I'm going to have to scroll through and find you. Also, is this you? Ray. Oh no, this is not you. What the heck? There's another person named Ray. These are so weird names. It's not just me, we got a free challenge. Okay. I mean, you guys can ask for challenges. It's just that for the other thing. Ugh. I hate these names. What the heck? These names are so bad. Hey Dharma, welcome to the stream. Ray, come on. I have a challenge. Go for it. Go for it. No, there was another Ray. Uh, what are these names? The heck? These names are so weird. Also, there's a bunch of VTubers that I don't know. Hello, I'm doing good. Just... Why? I'm not gonna remove it. For other people to do it too. And I'm giving you your points back. These names are so weird. Okay, there's that one. Hello. I'm doing good. Just kinda chilling, you know? Nothing much. Also, that's food to hear. You too, that's very food to hear. Okay, I'll stop laughing at these. Why the heck are these so funny? LOL. Bruh. Wait, let me think. OMG. Wait, let me think. Uh-huh. What the heck? Ray! What? It's literally just a challenge. Huh. Good. Good to hear. Very food to hear. Food? Very food to hear. You know, that kind of slips off the tongue. To be honest, that kind of works. It's very food to hear. Hey, Ellie, welcome to the stream. I think it's very food to hear too. Food to hear. But it really slips off the tongue. Is it okay for you to say a Japanese word? If you can tell me the meaning and everyone can agree that it is safe. But yes, you can. Okay. Are you... Ray, what the... How the heck? What? I'm on mute for a bit. Oh, that one? I don't really know. Should I continue? Again, in an unconscious movement, Esther found herself rising from her nest of blankets with little effort. It caught her off guard. Normally, her illness let her all but catatonic on overcast days. Perhaps her self-consciousness around Sena was an even stronger force than her deep lethargy. Hey, Will, welcome to the stream. I don't really have a favorite food. Wait, huh? What's going on? Either way, it seemed best not to question it. After changing into her daily clothes and fishing out the tinderbox, Sena mentioned Esther knelt down to kindle the fireplace. I don't know, I lack the time and I can't focus that much since I live with my parents at the moment. Understandable. Understandable. As soon as it flickered to life, filling the room with a warm light and steady crackling, she felt like a spark of energy lit inside of her. Oh God! Oh! Oh! Oh man. I could have made that bigger, but I didn't want to destroy my voice. So strange. How only a small fire can make such a difference. Interesting. When Senya returned, she proudly held a fine silver tray in her hands. But you can do it, bruv. Do what? I am not gonna do the Nico. I'm not doing that. Oh God, no. Along with tea, she brought 2 bowls of the granola she'd freshly made, a deliciously comforting breakfast alongside their warm drinks. Oh, debut wet. Nope. They sat down on the sofa to munch together, watching the rain torrent down the sheets past the window pane. It was one of those heavy, blanketing storms that made a person grateful to have shelter, nurturing some deep instinct to curl up inside and wait for the rain to pass. Sitting together for an unhurried meal, reassured by the warm fire and pattering raindrops that all was safe. It was a simple pleasure, but the more she dwelled on it, the more Esther found a calm, reassuring satisfaction in the moment. Huh? At one point, Senya giggled faintly, to which Esther gave her a puzzled glance. You were making a really cute, charming face just now. And they say this is not Yuri. Like a little cat after it just finished a saucer of cream. ... Esther hastily raised her mug and took a long sip of tea, taking refuge behind the painted ceramic. Oh, I'm not teasing you. I know I make funny faces too. It just makes me happy to see you like that, since when you first arrived. You look so hollow. Hollow? Senya nodded, lowering her gaze to where she grasped her warm mug in both hands. Yes, hollow. Like you didn't have anything left, I suppose. From her suddenly reluctant, almost wearily reply, it almost seemed like if she was familiar with such a look. Hey, Cece was on. Welcome to the stream. Long time no see. Let's settle this with an old-fashioned Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. Whatever it is, it should have the word, yes. No, guys, what the heck are you guys trying to make me say? Not now. From her suddenly reluctant, almost weary reply, okay. She could have been imagining things, but Esther thought she saw Xenia shudder faintly, drawing closer to the fireplace. ... Well, since we're both finished, I think I'll go wash up. She hopped up to her feet, stacking their bowls together atop the tray. All right, I'll go upstairs and look for some books to bring down. Oh, yes, you can light the candles up there if you want, since it's so dark. I'll meet you back here in a bit then. With that, Xenia swiveled to make her way towards the kitchen, her tray rattling softly. Her retreat seemed a little hastier than normal. Esther had the sense she was still bothered by something, perhaps the comment she made earlier about looking hollow. Despite her warm friendliness, Xenia had a certain guarded side to her, a private shield, and degree of separation that Esther hadn't expected. It might fade eventually, if they grew to know each other better. But right now, Esther felt like Xenia was almost keeping her at arm's length. In a strange way. Hey, welcome, Cheese. Welcome to the Utopia. And welcome to Scalex's nighttime reading with a calm voice and everything. I try to have the full-on deal of a calm voice and everything. After summoning the strength required to leave the warm, cozy fire, Esther forced herself out into the hallway and up the creaky stairs. But when she stepped into the study, just like before, Esther felt an oppressive, bleak atmosphere pressing down around her. In her haste to light the candles, she nearly tripped over her own 2 feet. Yeah, I yeeted that bottle. I feel like Scalex doing the actual would seem wrong to me. I've done it before. Sakura made me do it, but that was the only time I'd ever do it. Their glow didn't wholly alleviate the grim darkness, but it was enough to bring Esther a little relief. Why did this room bother her so much? By all accounts, it simply looked like a normal study. A bit a messy one, I'll bet a messy one. There was nothing that could have set her on edge, that should have set her on edge. Exhaling a long sigh, she inwardly mocked herself for her cowardice. She was here to find a cure, not to get caught up in her silly fear of shadows. But the more she glanced around the small library, with its overflowing shelves and piles of scattered books and papers, the more daunting her task felt. Nice, you're live again. I'm live every day. You should be surprised if I'm not live. Also, welcome to the stream, Kana. We're here with some calming reading, because, I don't know, I like reading for you guys, I guess. The only real trail of research that Isaiah left were his scattered writings. Uncovering his studies would have been far easier if they were bound together, not written on individual scraps of parchment. However, if Isaiah went through phases of studying different subjects, perhaps the journal pages stuffed into similar books would be from roughly the same period of his life. Yeah, but it's always 3 a.m. when I'm here. Time zones are weird. No, time zones aren't weird. Time zones are frustrating and sad. With that hope in mind, Esther returned to the spot she found the previous journal entry, scoring intensely over the row of dusty tombs. It didn't take long for her to spot another piece of parchment, this one tucked inside a small leather book. Eagerly pulling it from the shelf, she let the tome fall open in her palms, revealing a short page scribbled in Isaiah's hand. She baffles me, that little girl, always laughing, always cheerful, always smiling and patient with me, even after I raise my voice at her. I have only seen her cry once. It happened when I brought her outside this morning, preparing to bring her to the city's orphanage. As if she somehow knew our destination, the girl instantly began to bawl and scream, a dreadful sound that I should hope never to hear again. So dreadful, in fact, I could not stomach the thought of hearing it for hours, so I was forced to cancel my trip. I suppose I'll keep her here for now. When she gets older, she may be useful at cleaning or tending the land with me at least. With any luck, she will have inherited my work ethic instead of her mother's. Maybe. ... Isaiah had mentioned taking Sina to an orphanage in the last journal she'd read. The two entries must have been written very close together. Her hunch was right. The discovery made her heart leap with excitement, even though it was only a small revelation. But if she could piece together Isaiah's path of study chronologically, as well as his inner thoughts, she might have a chance at figuring out his approach to a cure. A small note suddenly fluttered out of the back of the book, startling Esther. She bent down and grabbed it over a scribbled writing. Me confused? So she cried first time in her life, even after the father even yelled at her, she didn't cry. But yeah, she cried she cried on the ride, and I guess the ride was like hours long because they live in the middle of nowhere. And since this little girl cried, this guy was like, why is she crying? As if she knows that we're going to an orphanage. That's saying that she wasn't told that she was going to an orphanage. So she cried without knowing. Instead, he went back because he didn't want to listen to the crying. Are you supposed to be happy in an orphanage? It's not that. It's that on the drive to an orphanage, she cried. Yeah. We aren't at an orphanage. She doesn't know that she's at an orphanage. She bent down to grab it, her eyes drifting over the scribbled writing. Reminder, finish reading and annotating the last tome on spirits. Not gonna lie, I would cry too if I'm being sent, but you don't know that you're being sent to an orphanage. It's like a dog to the vet. Do you tell the dog that you're going to a vet? No, it's going to run away. So just don't tell them. And don't carry them though. I don't know. Any relation to the pale seems unlikely, but if all my alchemy and biological studies have been fruitless, what have I to lose? Notes unsus. It's okay, it's okay. Hey, Lucas Blade too, welcome. It's okay. What's okay? What's going on? She turned the book over to glance at its cover and spine, and there was no name to be seen. However, when she opened it to the first page, the large title scratched across the parchment in sharp letters. Salmaveth. 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 Salmaveth? Anyways. Hey, Tangerox, welcome to the stream. Welcome. A treatise on spirits of shadow. Spirits of shadow? For some reason, as she murmured the part of the title aloud to herself, Esther felt a faint chill crawling up her spine. Oh god, Prozac, what the heck? Also, welcome to the stream, long time no see. Not Yuri, but the story is about two girls in a large mansion being chummy with each other. Chummy, what does that even mean? I don't even know what's going on. It was only a book on superstition and unfound claims, surely. But if Isaiah had singled it out, maybe it was still worth scanning through. Wasting not a minute further, she scooped up some of the surrounding books and loose papers on the shelf, cradling them carefully in her arms. But before she left, she had to quickly blow out all the candles, and once the gloomy darkness returned, it seemed even deeper than before. The heck? The heck? What are you guys talking about? I'm trying to read a nice VN, and I'm trying to, like, you know, make it nice and calming, and this happens. Anyways. Once she descended the stairs and returned to the warmly lit parlor, Esther exhaled a quiet sigh of relief. Wham! Sienna was already waiting on the sofa, huddled up beneath a large fluffy red blanket. Hello, Esther. Welcome back. Ah, look at all those books. Here, I'll help you. She sprang off the cushions eagerly, as if Esther's return was a welcome relief for her too. Together they stacked up the books and papers at one end of the sofa, forming a rather intimidating pile. Would you rather reread a VN 10 times? To be honest, I just steal. I just skip. I just skip the VN. Oh, I read it. I have super fast reading skills. Zoom. Sienna, however, didn't seem fazed in the slightest by the tower of texts, and bent down to examine the titles curiously. Natural science, astronomy, alchemy. I don't think I've ever seen any of these before. Ah, wait. This book. I remember this one. Huh? Sienna reached for the same book Esther has picked up first. The book on spirits. Yes, Papa was always reading this book and scribbling notes. I asked him about it again and again, and he could never tell me why he was so obsessed with it. But he never told me why he was so obsessed with it. I guess he thought it would frighten me too much. I didn't deny you guys, it's just... I don't know. With a soft sigh, she sank back down into the sofa, still holding the book with a certain reverence. When Esther settled in beside her, Sienna reached out to drape the blanket around the other girl's shoulders. Thank you, it's cozy. Oh, they're together now. Oh, they're together now. Isn't it? Reading is a lot better when you're wrapped in a blanket. Well then, let's see what Papa was fussing over so much. Are you ready? I wonder. Ah, look at that. And you say it's not Yuri? You say it's not Yuri? Holding the book up so that Esther could see the pages, Sienna began to read aloud, focusing on the pages her father had scribbled on the most. Before long, both of them were equally transfixed. In a strange blend of psychology, philosophy, and the supernatural, the author described how different spirits affect one's body and mind in different ways. The term spirits didn't refer solely to depart souls, but rather certain essence of the universe that manifested in concentrated forms. Some could be channeled for purposes like healing, luck, or creative inspiration, but most couldn't be controlled by humans. I don't know what's going on in the chat. I'm not looking. Future Skolak. Who knows? Some could be, they would simply pass through the body of their own accord, or as dictated by other factors in the environment. However, as fascinating as it was to consider, Esther listened with a skeptical detachment. With no proof beyond his own research and anecdotal evidence, the author's claim could hardly rival any real scientific study. And more importantly, Esther couldn't see any real relation to the pale, at least not in a way that it could help her find a cure. Senya's into the book and it looks cute. I dare someone to try to sleep to Scalic's reading. Anyone wanna try to sleep to my terrible reading? Yes. Improve? No. Just as she was about to suggest they try a different book, Senya turned to a new chapter. It only lasted a single page, and page after it was completely blank. A short warning on the study of a pearl. When her eyes roamed across the title, a small shiver ran through her body, just like it had earlier. Ah, such a short chapter. It's interesting, don't you think? This author likes using far too many words, so he really must have run out of ideas for this one. After a small giggle to herself, Senya cleared her throat before starting to read once more. Bruh, I'm not doing ASMR. I'm not... Oh, shoot! Oh. I was tapping my glass and I spilled water everywhere. But thank goodness it's not on my computer. Oh my god. Why am I so dumb? Do I have any toilet paper anywhere? I usually have toilet paper lying around. Oh, I do! I'm a genius! Toilet paper. Okay. I don't know, I was demonstrating the ASMR-ness. And I tapped my water and then... It's fine. It's not that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad. Okay, bye. Anyways, we am back. It's free real estate. It's fine. The water didn't splash onto my computer, so I am fine. Anyways, back to this. Though the realm of spirits is infinitely diverse, all those noted thus far have only one thing in common. Their energy is ephemeral, and they will rarely affect a body for extended periods. However, there is one type of spirit that will not only invade but overtake a human soul whenever they are given the chance. They are known as the ethereal shades that lie completely beyond the realm of moral understanding. I shall not write in detail of them here, for it is said that dwelling on the ethereal will often draw them to one's present, and thus few have dared to document them. Once their intention is garnered, they will lure in their unsuspected target without remorse, or more precisely, the target will be drawn to them inescapably, without realizing or understanding their own actions. What, are you okay? Yeah. Bruh, why'd you spill water on your PC? Skylight streams up till literally 4 a.m. for me. I've slept through her stream so many times. I see. Very determined to stay up till 4 a.m. My sole warning then is to avoid any study or investigation of these spirits. Do not trifle with the darker workings of nature, no matter how alluring their call may be. Some aspects of the unseen world are meant to remain untouched. Interesting. I had a lot of dreams about this. And it was weird. I forgot the dream, but it was a weird concept that I made about what would happen after you die and how spirits work and such. I don't even know, man. There's a lot. Anyways, honestly, knowing me, I would not survive reading this long. Really? Really? Where's the kissing? Ellie, calm down. There's no. This is not a Yuri. It's just the flag was set, but nothing happened. I know, right? They're reading about ghosts. Calm down. After she finished reading, the parlor grew chillingly silent. For a moment, it felt as if the fire's warmth has vanished, and the only thing starving off the cold air was Senia's small form huddling against Esther. Neither of them immediately spoke. Both of their gazes were still drawn to the single page, lying open beside its empty, bone-white twine. Unlike most of the other chapters, where Isaiah had lined the margins with his scribbled comments, this chapter was completely devoid of any such notes. The only mark he left was a dark, bold outline beneath the first mention of Afriel. The thick ink blot beside it suggested his pain has lingered there for a long time. Either he'd been deliberating about writing more, or else he's simply gotten lost in mind. I'm changing. Sena. 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 Sene. Senu. Sena. I don't know. Sena. The Afriel. It's a pretty name, but the way he describes them is really eerie. Sena finally broke the silence, her hesitant voice barely above a whisper. What do you suppose it means, Esther? Could they have something to do with the pail? She offered no reply for a moment. A murky, uncertain feeling shifted briefly at the back of her mind, before she pushed it away, annoying her own bothersome insecurities. I don't believe in whatever he's talking about. Even if spirits like that exist, there's no reason why they be related to the pale. It's a disease of the body. You ease the symptoms with the toxin, not with a priest warding off spirits. The more she voiced her own thoughts aloud, the more firmly Esther believed them. The lure of superstition had only tempted her in a moment of weakness, in her impatience to find the cure. But I'll still keep looking for Isaiah's notes on them. His research on spirits might have led him somewhere else important. Ah, you're right. Maybe Papa found another lead. Something more, sturdy. It was easy to see the doubt in her face. Did Senya really believe in such things? She was younger, of course, but still far more intelligent and mature than most girls Esther knew. It wasn't simply a case of naive child being afraid of ghosts. Why then? Why would she give any credence to far-fetched writings? Esther just couldn't understand it. Let's look into something else. Yes, let's. Now kiss. Oh god. Honestly, this is so much of a romance game. How? There's an emo and a cliche over an energetic. She's not emo. I think she's just quiet. She's the quiet girl. She's not emo. She's not dark and dead. She's just... She's empty and shy. Like, she doesn't hate her life. Or anything. She's just... distant. And I don't think she's an over-energetic girl. She's got stuff. She is a over-positivity person. Maybe Esther is Scalak. Who knows? Calm down. Who knows? In the brief moment of awkwardness that followed, Senya cleared her throat a little nervously before pausing with a slightly embarrassed smile. Ah, could I ask you a favor, Esther? I'd really like to read one of Papa's journal pages, but... well, like I said yesterday, he told me not to. She twirled a few strands of hair around one finger, letting out a rueful laugh. There were lots of things he was ashamed he'd written, he said, but he didn't want to throw them away. He needed to remember what he'd written and thought about so that he'd never make the same mistakes again. I don't know which journals are the ones he wouldn't want me reading, but maybe you can look one over quickly and see. Of course. Indeed. Mixed with little nightmares. Ooh, I can see that. After briefly hesitating, Esther nodded. She was happy to do anything to repay Senya's many kindnesses, but after reading Isaiah's past journal entries, they seemed like they might be more painful for Senya than anything. I'm not playing Little Nightmares. Picking up a few round pieces of parchment from the pile, Esther quickly scanned over the pages, searching for any mention of Senya that might upset the other girl if she read it. Fortunately, though, the entries she picked up seemed unrelated to family matters, looked more like a hastily, angrily scribbled rant, a penmanship, even messier than Isaiah's normal writings. This one. Shall I read it for us? Oh, yes, please. Resting her chin on Esther's shoulder, she peered curiously at the frenzied scribbling. With a deep inhale, Esther slowly began to read Isaiah's words out loud. But maybe what? Oh. Bruh. Earlier today, I was reflecting upon my departure from the Academy's medical circle. At the time, it was such a difficult decision, such an agonizing farewell. Now, however, I look back upon those times with awe, wondering how on earth I ever survived in such a place. I was constantly delegating research and experiments to different departments, and yet nearly every complete task would always return to me with some issue. The use of faulty tools or sloppy documentation, contaminated materials, careless omission of important details. It exasperated me to no end. Even the most purported finest of researchers with the most spotless of records always seemed to deliver such a perfunctory performance. Is not, I think it just mountains of lore to think about. Or my strongest tennis player, he did say he didn't want his daughter to read those journals. Yeah. I lost today's match, by the way. Then whenever I would bring my unsatisfying results before the head, he acted as if he didn't care in the slightest. On occasion, he'd echo my complaints with sympathetic tutting and the shaking of his head, but in the end I gathered he simply had no investment in the results. Much of the time, the head went so far as to defend their mistakes, only stopping at the edge of calling me an outright fool for caring as much as I did. Any problems I encountered were mine to resolve. Every issue would be solely mine to bear. Frustration brought me to the edge of breaking down over and over again, and only my blank refusal to concede will pull me back from the brink. And certainly, perhaps, I am far too finical and needlessly worried over the fine details. Despite my vanity, I realize I can be hopelessly stubborn at times. But is it such a crime to strive for the best performance one can achieve? To care so passionately for beautiful results, a delicate procedure, a loving attention to detail. Huh? I'd like to say my line as usual, but I'll refrain for now. Okay. The head? Oh, that's like the head principal, not the head principal. The head of the scientist group, like the boss. Can I rightly be called mad for my longing to make my vision perfection into a reality? Or if not perfection, then it's very closest sibling, a masterpiece of planning? No. I see now with lucid eyes, leaving that hive of mediocrity was truly a blessing in disguise. Whatever I can accomplish alone will no doubt be far smaller in scale than anything I could have done at the academy. This I realize. But in the end, to be truly pleased with one's work, it must be solely a product of one's own design. A.K. Paluri, welcome to the stream. This game is, it's about this disease. It's about this disease where, this disease, takes over a person and shortens their lifespan. And makes them weaker, makes them grow older quicker, just kind of like gets them to really, really feel bad. Like they have to sleep more and then stuff. So this disease, so these two girls are trying to find a cure for the disease because one of them has the disease, and so they're studying these notes and papers to figure out, well, how to fix it. But yeah. DDLC is not scary. Well, he could have written, the art style of this game looks so similar. Okay. Why did you say that? What the heck? Really wanted to make a joke about that. Okay. But in the end, to be truly pleased, yeah. And somehow it brings me to an odd, unexpected comfort in these long days of solitary research and study, knowing I shall have no one to blame but myself when I'm dissatisfied. This reminds me of YouTube. Everything is up to you, even your failures. ... Okay. To Esther's surprise, as soon as she finished reading, Senya broke out into warm, delighted laughter. Ah, that just sounds so much like Papa. The little rants he would always go on about over dinner. He always took himself and his work really impossibly seriously. Never any slacking, always beating himself up over his mistakes. It brings back so many memories. Slowly, the bright, affectionate smile on her face began to wane. She seemed to be struggling to keep herself cheery in the face of whatever she remembered, but it appeared to be a losing battle. If you play a game that, I'm surprised because this is my chat. Okay? And if you guys do make it, I'm gonna bring out the hammer. Saying, your father. Yeah, this is not a dating sim. Hesitating, Esther bit her lip. You don't have to answer. But could I ask what happened to him? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked. No, it's fine. Sienna reached out, placing her small hand on Esther's arm reassuringly. In a way, the faint smile she wore seemed almost grateful, as if it was something she wanted to talk about, but hadn't been able to bring it up. At first, I didn't realize he was gone. That morning I woke up and started the day like usual, making a meal for both of us. But Papa's on a little tray and brought it upstairs, planning to leave it outside his door, telling him I loved him, then go start my chores. But an involuntary shudder went through her, briefly interrupting her halting quiet words. When I reached his study, I saw the door was open. For a moment I was so happy. I thought he was finally recovering and he could come play with me and work outside again. But he wasn't in his study, anywhere in the manor, or outside in the garden. It was just like he vanished into thin air. When I realized Papa had disappeared, I was so scared. For 3 days, all I did was search for him, everywhere I could. I didn't return to the manor at all. I only ate some berries and roots, drank from the stream, and slept on leaf beds. But I never found anything. Not a single trace. As she spoke in an ever fainter, trembling voice, her fingers curled tightly in the fabric of Esther's sleeve. It was evident from her slightly choked words that she was holding back tears as much as possible. Finally, I came back home. I didn't know what to do. It seemed like the end of everything. I thought I would die of starvation, or sickness, or from being alone for the rest of my life. I didn't even have any tears left to cry. I just stared at Papa's door for hours and hours, wondering if I'd wake up from a bad dream. The only time I moved was when I heard a rustle from outside, hoping and praying it was him. But it never was. When night came, I couldn't sleep. I hid under my blankets and I listened to the floorboards creaking over and over. She swallowed. For a long few moments, Sina went silent, but it was clear she wasn't finished, so Esther remained quiet. Then one night, I was so exhausted that I couldn't stay awake anymore. I fell asleep. A deep sleep, the kind where it feels like you only just blinked your eyes. I always do that. And when I woke up, the sun was shining so bright through my window. I can't explain it, but I felt like it was telling me to keep living. To keep Papa's memories alive by protecting all his hard work. The manors, the gardens, the cemetery. He did so much to make us happy here. And on his desk, when I was cleaning it, I found everything he'd left for me. Special almanacs, maps and guidelines, and some gold coins in case of an emergency. He gone to buy milk. Bruh. You've got some seriously good voice clarity. Do you do read-along streams? Maybe worth some light novels. I do a lot of VNs. Especially Yuri VNs. But I used to do a lot of VNs. But there's not a lot of free VNs out there that I'm really interested in. I'm interested into this one because, you know, I got the link to it. So, but not very good at English. Sorry. I guess I'm not good at my first language. Yeah, there's some words that I can't, like, I can't say. Alright, pizza man. I'll see ya. Have fun with the daily dose of Yuri. It wasn't really that much, but, you know. This is an emotional story. That's what I've heard. What the heck, Tangerox? What the heck? Huh, interesting. How much do I have out of this? They say that it's 4 to 5 hours. Oh, I forgot something. It really made me believe he wanted me to go on without him. He didn't want me to give up. My first language is monkey. Noise. So I didn't. She finished with a numb, almost featureless expression. It stood in contrast to the optimistic nature of her words, as if she still didn't fully believe them. Gotta correct that. Give me a day or two. I'll super chat you a budget. Bruh, what? Don't donate on super chat. Donate on Streamlabs. You'll save money. You'll save more money for that. Also, why are you giving me a budget? Wait, what? A budget? You mean to buy more VNs? My English is nowhere to be seen. Me too. My first language is cheese. Noise. Noise. I wonder how to speak cheese. At first, Esther couldn't think of any possible reply. So she just gingerly curled her arm around Xenia, giving her a small comforting hug against her side. In response, the blonde girl rested her head on Esther's shoulder. She took a few shuddering breaths in, squeezing her eyes shut for several moments, then reopening them with a long exhale. Yes? Yes to what? Yes to what? You're talking about, wait, what? Yes to what? I'm so confused. I see. Cheese is a very cool language, I see. Xenia. Her voice meddled with the steady crackling of the fire, as low and gentle as possible. Xenia. The question on the tip of her tongue. She didn't want to distress Xenia. Sena further, but the story seemed so incomplete. She couldn't help it. She had no choice but to ask. Are you certain that your father has really passed on? Couldn't it be that he just went back to the city? ... Xenia stared with heavily lidded eyes at the green window pane, where the distant stormy sky still showed no sign of clearing. A long silence passed between them, but just as Esther began to wonder if Xenia had heard her question. Before he disappeared, Papa was... He was sick. I don't think he wanted to be alive anymore, even if he was afraid of death. I don't know how, but I just knew. I knew he was gone. So I stopped looking for him anymore. When I accepted it, I grieved for him for a long, long time. Until I can finally move on. With Xenia's cheek on her shoulder, Esther could feel the warmth of the small droplets falling against her blouse. Silently, she heard the small girl close, listening to her breathing as slowly grew less uneven. She couldn't say anything that would truly express the sorrow she felt for Xenia. Platitudes or even words of comfort would do it any justice. No, they're not going to kiss. What the heck? There were some things that could only be shown through the warmth of a lasting hug. A reminder that someone else was there, understanding how much it hurt, even if they couldn't fully comprehend the way it felt. But in the end, it still never seemed like enough. She realized the store was out of milk. Yuri is the light and the way. Finally, after what felt like a very long while, Sina slowly straightened up. I'm sorry, Esther. We were supposed to be going through Papa's books and notes, aren't we? She gave a small sheepish laugh, brushing some of her hair behind one ear. But thank you for listening. I mean, it really helps. You don't have to thank me. When Esther shook her head somberly, Sina's smile actually brightened a little. The sadness in her eyes were still apparent, but also seemed slightly less heavy than before in a way. Well, I'm going to thank you anyway. I suppose a better thanks would be going over more of the research together, wouldn't it? There's still a lot left in the piles. Only if you feel well enough to. I do. Let's go through these first, shall we? He who does not believe in Yuri shall be thrown in the yaoi madness. Oh god. What if you don't believe yaoi or Yuri? What do you do? What do you do then? What do you just do? Ah, don't spill! Bruh! What the heck, skill? That's what I call skill. Oh my god. You can't see it. This is one of the things why I want a face cam. You can't see it, but like it's like the water is right there at the tippy top of the cup. I poured it right there. I poured it like diagonally, I poured it like horizontally. I poured it horizontally, and I was like, oh god, it's gonna overfill, and I quickly flipped it. And there was no water spray or anything. Bruh, this is skills. I'm a waterbender. Let's go. I'm totally a water blender, haha. Anyways. Picking up another stack of parchment, Sina laid the pages out on her lap, shuffling some of them over to Esther. At first, it felt a little awkward to start up working again after their talk, but the rustling of the papers and the rhythm of their murmuring reading helped restore the comforting atmosphere. To their disappointment, however, they soon realized that none of the other papers were Isaiah's journals. Instead, swab. What the? Swab? What? We will purge the non-believers and make them watch Yuri until they renounce their pagan beliefs and admit that Yuri is the one true religion. Unskillful and inconsistent pouring of the water. Yuri is the one true religion. No. No. No? No? What? What? I'm so confused. What's going on? Who is Yuri? Yuri's a genre. Genre in anime. Instead, they seem to be his esoteric, incomprehensible notes taken from various books, scientific theories mixed in with long ramblings on the supernatural. At one point, the fire's warmth, combined with the coziness of their slow-paced, quiet reading, started luring lulling both girls to sleep. Without even realizing it, they ended up slumping at opposite ends of the sofa, dozing off peacefully. When they awoke an hour or so later, they were equally hungry. Lunch has been forgotten in the midst of their engrossed work. But Esther was more than happy to help Senia in the kitchen, and together they cooked up a well-deserved meal of savory porridge and roasted vegetables. How am I supposed to believe when I don't know what I'm believing in? Is it still if they go, what the heck? What the heck are you talking about? Yuri knows what? Is the god, no, what? Russian Yuri, what? What are you guys talking about? I'm so confused. What the heck? I'm trying to nice and calmly recite some nice storyline, and you guys are just talking about things in the chat. Yes. Anyways. Hey, Rigoberto, welcome to the stream. Hey, Nox, welcome to the stream. Don't worry about it. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Yuri. The two girls ate together mostly in contemplative silence, their thoughts preoccupied by Isaiah's books and writings. Delving into his journals had left a heavy, uncertain weight in the air, alongside the guilt and morbid fascination of uncovering dead secrets. Esther had no idea if Isaiah would have wanted his writings to be examined by a stranger, one who was mainly searching in her own self-interest at that. But Senia surely knew him better than anyone else, and she seemed just as eager as Esther to explore what her father had left behind. Is not a say-so stream? It's a pretty say-so stream. There's not that much Yuri. The closest thing is a hug. And that's about it. I don't know what other people are talking about. Say so, Yuri. I guess so. Kotaro peeping in. But yeah. I don't listen to Tandrox. I don't know what NTR is doing here. It appeased a little bit of Esther's guilt, although she still had the sense of treading somewhere private, intruding on intimate thoughts that were only written down in an attempt to lighten their burden. After their meal, they returned to comb through more of Isaiah's research. But again, they met with little success. There was only one thing of interest, however. In some of the books and scattered notes in the spirits, Esther noticed an unsettling trend. Torn papers and large blackened out lines. It almost seemed like Isaiah had hunted down specific passages in an attempt to erase them, but in any erratic frenzy manner, it went beyond even his normal messiness. In an eerie coincidence, he couldn't find any other mention of Afriel. Perhaps it just happened to be missing from the book she brought down, though an ominous sense in her gut made her wonder if that was really the case. Something strange has happened here, and the more Esther pondered it, the more she buried with a desire to explore Isaiah's unraveled mind. Holding hand is no, it's not. Come on. Hugging is not lewd. You guys just make it lewd. Somehow. People make it lewd somehow. I don't understand. Also, I like your chat. I'm glad I have found you. I mean, I'm just here talking about stuff while my chat's talking about nothing, so I don't even know. Same goes for everyone. Everyone, I hope you guys like each other. And enjoy your time here. I'm sorry, Esther, but I don't think I can read another word tonight. Surrendering a long, exhausted yawn, Xenia stretched her arms out over her head. I don't think I can, either. It's not exactly light reading. You can say that again. My brain feels like it's jumbled up from all that fancy writing. They really use 100 times more words than they have to, do they? Maybe it makes them feel smart. Well, it makes me feel bored. They really need to think about their audience more. She puts on a playful pout, dangling her legs over the side of the couch. With a soft thud, her foot absent-mindedly hit the side of Easter's satchel, which was still resting on the floor. Ah, sorry, I knocked it over. The watch. Watch! Oh no! Oh no! Hide it! Hide it! Xenia, here, let me pick this up. You don't have to, it's fine, really. But Xenia was already on her knees, scooping up the small trinkets and notes that had fallen on from the pack. Is it the watch? Is this your watch, Esther? Oh, it's the watch! Oh no. Is this your watch, Esther? Esther? It's very pretty. Picking up the silver timepiece from the ground, Xenia turned it over in her hand, studying with curiously shining eyes. ... All of a sudden, Esther found herself deeply uncomfortable. What is going on? It's not a normal watch. It holds my medicine. The watch is part... Oh, you're gonna just say it. Oh, you're just going to say it. Okay. It holds my medicine. The watch part is only for tracking the time between doses. Doses? What do you... Reaching down, Esther picked up the silver timepiece from Xenia's outstretched palm. Then, with her thumb atop of one of the buttons, she pushed until a meter relent with a short, sharp click. Xenia's eye widened as the watch back popped open, revealing a cruelly glittering needle hidden inside. The sight of it seemed to both repel and fascinate her, but most of all concern welding in her gaze as she glanced up to Esther. You inject yourself with that? Yes, every night. And what happens if you don't? My muscles will slowly grow numb, then give out altogether. At that point, I will still be conscious, but it's only a matter of time before I will comatose. It's possible to survive the paralysis for a short time, but if I don't quickly get another dose, my heart will stop. All the injection does is to hold the threat at bay. It will always be there, no matter what. The fag of the pale is not really tiredness, it's a growing catonic kept frozen in its earliest stage before you lose the ability to move. She could hear her own calm, detached voice echoing in her ears, describing the effects the same clinical way she had so many times before. That's so terrible. I'm so sorry, Esther. After a moment, Esther gave her a small shrug. To her, it was largely just another part of existence, a bodily need she had to deal with, like eating or sleeping. Of course, she longed to get rid of it, but after dealing with the pale for so long, she could barely remember what life felt like without its weight. We're going to find it. A cure for the pale, a way to set you free. I promise I'll help you, Esther. I'll do anything I can. I mean it. We'll find a cure, some way or another. I know we will. As grateful as she wanted to hear Xenia's firm, determined words, Her inner doubts refused to lift. Hey, Spinia, welcome to the stream. What the heck? What are you saying? I want to throw up. Hoy, Spinia's here. What the heck? Why is Spinia? How you doing, Spinia? Also, Ray, I hope this VN calms you down. Also, what is this? Oh, look at that. Alright, back to the VN. It was too easy to believe in empty reassurances. Oftentimes, they only make a later disappointment far worse than before. Gonna reject Monkey and return to Yuri. Yuri is the only way. It's painful. It's not fun. It's terrible. Oi! What are you doing? I quit VTubing. I see. I see. You can always try it one day. We're studying dinosaur in our biology and they say they're extinct, but look. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, Peepo's still waiting for you. Huh? What Peepos? What's going on? But she would never voice such thoughts to Sina. Thank you. Judging from how the smaller girl's features grew slightly crestfallen, Esther hadn't hidden her lack of faith as well as she thought. After a long moment, though, Sina composed herself again. Well, we've done quite a lot today for being stuck inside, haven't we? Biology? What is that? What? You mean biology? What are you laughing at? What? Did I say it wrong? I swear. I don't remember saying it wrong. Even though we napped, I'm still so tired. You should sleep then. I'm tired too. You're probably right. I don't think I'd be any more use reading these books tonight. It'll be any more use reading these books tonight. At least the rain stopped. It should be a lovely, fresh day tomorrow. I hope so anyway. Sina combed her fingers through her messy hair, letting out a sigh. Briefly, her gaze shifted over towards the watch still in Esther's hand. A flicker of worry, and sometimes almost like frustration, reflected in her eyes. I hope you can rest well, Esther. I'll see you in the morning, alright? Esther nodded, her fingers folded over the cold metal in her palm, masking it somewhat self-consciously. More Yuri is the one you need. What? Thank you for the help again. Good night. No need to thank me. It was fun reading together, really. Well then, good night. How long is this VN? Oh my god. So it's been almost 2 hours. And then last stream would be like another 2 hours. They said that this game, will only take like 4 hours. Why is it taking so long? What the? I'm not saying that. I don't, wait, what do those even mean? I'll just say nya. Nya. I'll just say the first part, nya. Because I don't know what it means. Nya. And then I'll say the ending, nya. And then arigato. There. 2 hours, it's still, okay. Ellie, it's a thing. Say it. Nya. Nya. Arigato. There. Arigato. I'm trying! Eat that, just Yuri. I don't know what the middle words mean. So, I'm afraid. Also, thank you for the dono. Oh! Oh! Yay, that, just Yuri. Okay. Oh! Is it? Can anyone confirm that? It's taking so long because you're reading. Oh! That makes so much more sense! No duh! Okay, are we going to have a third one? We're gonna have to have a part 3. Are you serious? We're gonna have a part 3 of this thing. Alright. So it's Ichi-ni-san. Ichi-ni-san. I said it. It's taking so long because you're reading. Yes, yes, I'm out of context. It's a follow-up to my previous mention. What? Pale... Kakicha? Kakicha? I don't even know how to say the name. I don't even know how to say the actual name of this thing. Also, what the heck? I can't even edit? Okay, anyways. Back to the thing, so we can finish something. A gentle wave, she turned to make her way back upstairs, like always. And when she was gone, Esther pulled out her night skirt and began to change, savoring the loose and cozy warmth in her new makeshift pajamas ordered. She already settled into a comfortable bedtime routine, and part of her enjoyed pulling out her heavy blankets each night, making a pleasant nest for herself. More for herself. There was an I in Cachexia. Chia? Just spell it out if you can't read it. It's not correct, not wrong either. True. Oh, huh? What's going on? Kosh? What? Wait, what? Wait, no, it's pale. It's Cachexia. Huh? What? Part 3. Wait, isn't it like... I don't know how to say the actual name. But it's pale Cachexia. Which I don't even know how to say. Anyways, but somehow, when she finally sat back down and clipped open her watch, it seemed all the more difficult to bring its syringe to her arm. It wasn't as if she had a choice. Oh. The needle sank in, just like always, bringing a moment of relief before a wave of nausea crashed down into her and washed away any sense of comfort. Yuri Crusaders. Noise. Cookie. Cachexia. I see something green. A armored donut, welcome to the stream. What do you see green? Donut found me. Oh no. Oh. Pfft. Good luck. Anyways, I'll be back to my reading. The Google says Cachexia. What are we even doing? Pulling it back with a shudder, she closed the watch as quickly as possible. Then, all but diving beneath her blankets, Esther curled herself tightly into a ball. We'll find a cure, some way or another. I know we will. If only it was easier to believe those strong, heartfelt words. If only she truly believed a cure existed at all. Well, we are in part 2, so it's Yuri, Tennessee, and we're done with part 1, which was Yuri Blood. What does that even mean? Cachexia. I don't even know how to. Yeah, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Gugo-sama is a Gugo-san is a gamer. Noise. Tick. Tick. With an irritated click of his tongue, he threw his fine red quill onto the desk. Why am I wasting my time with such foolery? It's impossible. The root must lie in the imbalance of the humors, of the body's chemistry. How can this fanciful nonsense possibly be any use to me? Smia, what? Thick, what? Wait, did she take it seriously? Huh? Did she take it seriously? I guess so. I don't know. Desperation truly does drive every man to the metaphysical. Muttering to himself with exasperation, Isaiah rubbed a hand over his bleary eyes. It felt as if he was constantly throwing himself at an impossible task, wasting his time on a labor that could never bear any fruit. A disease that was better off simply managed instead of ever truly cured. That was what all the literature pointed to, and he was nearly at the point of believing it. But somehow, a little spark of hope always remained within him. Also, what the heck? The isolation is a fancy hotel? Noise. Her dad is... Bruh! The dad's already married! Well, she kind of left her because she cheated, but... You know how it is. Yo, FaZe! Welcome to the stream! Long time no see. The dude, what are you guys even, what are you talking about, Spina? What are you laughing? Yagu before his dream got destroyed. Pain. As Isaiah leaned back in his chair, his eyes drifted over to the open window. Interesting. He could see Sina's small shape in the distant flower patch, running to and fro as she entertained herself with her usual games of make-believe. I don't know. She was growing so fast, a little bean sprout determined to reach the sky. He'd have to tailor some new clothes. What's up? Redeem hydrate. Okay. Hydration. Oh shoot. Bruh. What is it? Baby push-ups. Oi. Wait, I'm not done. What is that? Jumping jacks. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Noise. Pre-whole alive Yagu. Being married doesn't make you less hotter. I know, but they're married, so I don't know. Actually, I was thinking about something else. Actually, 4, 1, 2, 3. Wait a second. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait. I'm not supposed to do 8. Whoops. Flanking. Okay. What's going on? Oh, eat the food I want. Singing, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I feel like I want to take that other thing. Ring fit noises. What? Water check, workout stream, ring fit stream, who knows? So eat the food I want. I'll eat an orange. I haven't ate a snack after dinner yet. I usually eat a dessert, which is fruit, because fruit is delicious. Okay. Am hungry. You're a ring fit? What the heck? What is that? Reject ring fit, return to Wii Sports! Bro, I have Wii Sports. It's just that I can't stream my Wii. Fruit. Yeah, fruit. Fruit. I love fruit. Okay. Let me get this. Bro, why am I having so much trouble? I'm having so much trouble peeling an orange. Reject Wii Sports, return to Xbox. What the heck is that? Bruh, Wii Sports is where it's at. I would work out with Wii Sports. I'd get the boxing thing, and since I don't have good recognition and it takes spamming to actually do a punch, I just has earned a new achievement. Since when? What do you mean since when? I like grapes and I like oranges. I don't really like apples. I didn't know Skylight Lights leech. What? What's leech? What's that? The heck are you? Like sleep? What is leech? Lich, whatever that means. What the heck are you guys talking about? The heck are you guys talking about? Fruit is no. Wait, what? How is fruit is lich? What the heck? How the heck does that work? Skylight liquid? Imagine not you, cringe. Bro, that's me. I'm cringe. I never got what sport part was about Wii Sports. I got it. Come on. I worked out with that. Beach. Which? What's this? Undead spellcaster. Apricot. Oh, they're from VSojo. I think I've seen that. I think I've seen their model before. What about her? I don't join. I'm not joining VSojo. Bruh. Train your brain's muscle sanity, Raziel. Also, welcome, Raziel. Oh god. What do you mean by oh god? I don't know what you guys are talking about. No, I don't love fruit. I love fruit. Like the edible kind. Not the Vtuber. What the heck are you guys talking about? Why not? Because I've never watched them? So I don't know who they are? Bro, I can't just like a random person. I'm not that type of person. I gotta watch their streams and actually enjoy them. I thought fruit was edible. You want to eat fruit? Oh my, what are you guys talking about? The heck are you guys talking about? I'm eating an orange right now. Fruit is, oh god, Ray, what the heck? The heck are you guys, Boy. What the heck are you guys talking about? Anyways. I don't know how the heck fruit got to that. Oh, how's the orange carving going? I haven't had time to do the orange carving. I bought a lot of oranges, so I can do it. But the thing is, I don't know how to do animations, and I also don't have time. So I'm planning on doing it like in the summer or after tennis season is over. But I have other things planned after tennis season, so. Well, I'm a lurk now. Alright. Have fun lurking. I'll eat my fruit. Good luck. Good luck. I don't even know what you're saying good luck to, but okay. Got a mirror. Take care. Have fun lurking. Okay, I'm just gonna eat it. I don't care. If I get some skin, who cares? Don't forget to return to monkey. What's going on? Chat, calm down. I'm trying to eat some oranges here. Would ya? Hmm. Hmm? What's going on? Mango best fruit, changed my mind. To be honest, mango is pretty good. Not gonna lie. But there's so many different types. There's so many good. They're all good. Like, I love blueberries. For me, mango is pretty high up there. Dragon fruit too. I love dragon fruit. Alright. Going back to this. He have to tailor some new clothes for her before winter just as well, since he improved his sewing skills in a great deal. Alright. Am done. Anyone likes goodenberries? What's that? Goodenberries? What's that? Never ate it. It pleased him to sit and watch her at play. Such leisure was well deserved, since she'd performed excellently in her lessons today. Her intelligence at such a young age was certainly remarkable, though not wholly unexpected, since he had fathered her after all. Bro, what an ego. Still, he found it difficult not to feel proud of the girl. She was already a voracious reader of the academic books he supplied her with, and although he had technically forbidden her from reading any of his grittier tomes of fiction, he pretended not to notice when they occasionally went missing. To his own surprise, Sina's cleverness had motivated him to take up writing again. Hey, Black Knight 900, welcome to the stream. Long time no see. Done with looking for new what? Playa. She's a pro, what can I say? Huh? I'm so confused. In less than a year, he compiled a high-detailed almanac for her, penned in a straighter style than his normal academic ramblings. Gooseberry look like little watermelons. Ooh. Gooseberry. Oh, they do! Holy moly! So cute! All these little cute things. Aww. Even the inside looks like watermelon. Bruh, it's like watermelon but a berry. Aww. Anyways, back to this. Perhaps he would make several more, since he was still learning a way of a forester's life himself. It was very important to him that she learn how to flourish alone, without relying on any urban comforts that would surely weaken her will. He wanted to impart as much of his knowledge to her as possible in the hopes that absorbing it at an early age would help her always remain independent. As difficult as it would be for him to leave this world knowing so much of his work was still unfinished. Anyone love lemons? Oh, I had a friend that just ate a lemon whole. Like he would chomp into a lemon and then just eat it. And then he would like leave off, like the only thing left was the skin. But yeah. I like myself some lemon. Blah. You guys love chocolate? Lemon flavor. I love sour fruit. Sour fruits are pretty good too. I also eat lemons whole. I mean, I guess like after you eat them, you get used to it. But wow. I like chocolate sometimes. When I eat too much chocolate or too much candy, I kind of get sick. Anyways, as long as Cena knew how to survive without him, when that fateful day arrived, he'd finally be able to let go. A tightening, squeezing sensation in his chest jerked Isaiah back from his thoughts. Pushing back his chair, he rose swiftly to his feet. Ah! Slumping against his desk, Isaiah barely managed to catch himself in time. The muscles and tendons in his legs felt like they atrophied or else were impossibly strained beyond the point of exhaustion. Where is it? He reached out with a trembling hand, grasping around for the presence of a small cold bottle. Soon his finger brushed against it, yanking the flask towards him. His medicine. The last dose hadn't been strong enough. Placing the uncorked bottle to his lips, he threw back the foul-tasting liquid. It stung the back of his throat, the sharpness of alcohol burning the path down his stomach. But soon, as the tonic filtered through his system, he felt a moodism, I don't even know how to say that, of strength. Moodism. I'll just say that. Of strength, returning to his lower body. Sour fruits, dark chocolate, okay. If you put something spicy like chili on a fruit, it will make it better, almost all the time. Really? Really? I don't think that's how it works, but when I do get spicy peppers, I'll make sure to try that out. Despite the powerful ache, at least he could move for now. I will try it out one day. Picking up the roughly hewn cane that leaned against his desk, Isaiah slowly crossed his study. But before he could reach his distasteful, familiar bed, he paused, casting a sudden swift glance towards the window. She was still there, dancing, gathering flowers, waiting for him to finally step out and join her. Disappointed, no doubt, when another beriddled day came and went. Playing alone as best she could, never complaining, never crying, not once. As if she was immune to every crippling pain of sadness. Lowering himself onto his bed, he exhaled a long, weary sigh. This bitter frustration felt impossible to cling to for much longer. With each passing year, the strength of his will seemed to weaken further and further. It's like putting baking powder on anything edible. I mean, I think the sweetness of the fruit canceled out the spiciness, so maybe it'll work? Why would you want to cancel out the spiciness? Every burst of indignation and determined pride was whole area for like 3 days, and she couldn't find anything? Cena. Poor, unlucky child. I mean, I'd rather not murder my taste buds. True. Very true. Also, what the heck is going on? Mumbling to himself in a daze of exhaustion, he pressed his cheek against the pillow, staring into a wall with half-lidded eyes. A problem to which there was no solution. Senior, I'm messing up. No exit other than to wait for sleep to come and relieve the burden for the rest of the day. Perhaps he would awaken with a little more energy, a little more inspiration, a little more hope. Hey, runner! Yeah, Yuri stream, totally. As I said, almost all the time, for example, if you fry some bananas like chips, and put lemon and chili, what? Is the Discord sound from the stream? Probably. Sorry, Armored Donut. I can mute it. I keep on forgetting to mute it. But, there, I muted it. You won't get Discord pings. Or else it will all remain the same until the cycle starts over once more. Yes and no, maybe, I think? Yeah, it is, probably. Why people die when they are killed. That's how it works. Cool, crisp droplets coursed through Esther's cheeks. A light breeze gently brushed past her face, turning the streaks of water into refreshingly cold trails that made her skin tingle. She shivered contentedly, swaying her feet in the water. Such a lovely morning. She couldn't remember ever seeing one like this in the city, or anywhere else in her long travels. The stream's light bubbling, the bright sounds of birds, the sunlight delicately reaching through the trees. It was hard not to feel like everything was right in the world. Oh, it was you. LOL, I thought it was mine. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Ah, I found it. Esther, look. Turning her head, Esther spotted a small figure running up alongside the stream. And one triumphantly raised hand, she clutched the wrong ribbon that fluttered in the air behind her. Phew, I can't believe it got so far down the stream. Xenia finally came up to stop beside Esther, still holding up the ribbon as she panted slightly. Could have even had... What? But aren't we already dying in the moment we are born? I guess, but you can also say we're living. You could, you look like a fisherwoman showing off her prized catch. Haha, do I? Oh, Esther, look, it's alive. I think it's trying to hop back into the stream. As the wind made her ribbon flutter and ripple, Sina gasped, holding on with both hands, like it was about to pull her into the water. We are not living, we are simply slowly rotting. With that in back of our mind, we try to do things that satisfy ourselves. What else do you do? I think that's fine. But we are also living because we are alive. We are not growing our life, but we are simply alive. So, that's another thing. Well, I mean, we can always take a stream to talk about death and life. You know, in-depth opinions of things. But yeah, there's a lot of theories, things that you talk about that may reassure different feelings, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But for me, I'm enjoying life. I'd love to enjoy it further by doing more things, like camping and stuff. But I like doing philosophical streams. It gets my thoughts out there. Ray, why are you still mad? But yeah, don't worry about it. I'm just talking about life and death. And how I don't see anything wrong with being selfish. As long as you don't hurt other people. Keytrix, I talked to you about this. The idea of being selfish should not be the idea of that when you want something, you are destined to hurt someone else. That's not true. I don't see that. I don't see that as true. Hey, Randy. Welcome. Anyways, I want to go back to the story. We can talk about it some other time. Oh no. Here, I'll help you. She rose to her feet, stepping over to grasp part of the ribbon. As if in response, the wind grew even livelier, making the thin strip of cloth dance frantically. Careful, this one's really strong. Don't let go, Esther. I'm counting on you. I won't, don't worry. Are they... it's a ribbon, and they're acting like it's a fish. I've been training all my life for this. I don't even know. I'm missing out the serious moments. School is in the way, but I did hear my name. I said Keytrix. I wasted a lot of my time. It's kind of impossible to make a comeback, but who knows? There's nothing wrong. Everyone has different reasons to live, different reasons of what they're doing, different things that they're doing. Like, I'm different than all of you guys. I have the idea to put all my hard work into YouTube and all this stuff. It's not wrong that you don't want to do that, because, like, take for my mom for instance. My mom, her philosophy in life is that the less she does, the better she goes. A lazy thing. But there's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong. I want to die having the idea of I'm proud of what I've done and I can go away peacefully. There's a lot of people that don't need that idea. They have the idea of I'm happy in life, so I can die peacefully. There's a lot of different things when it comes with reasoning to live. So I don't think anyone's reason to continue life is a waste of time. You may consider it, but to be honest, there's no dwell in it. It's happened, and really no going back. And there's always more to do, I guess. Both school and Skellig is saying something serious. I don't know what to listen to. Don't worry about me. I'm just talking. Isn't selfish the idea of prioritizing oneself? Yeah. But a lot of people think that prioritizing yourself equals hurting others. That's simply not true. Some people want to prioritize other people, maybe, but there's always room to prioritize yourself. And to be honest, who knows? Wait, why did I say who knows? To be honest, I'm just saying that there's nothing wrong with wanting something, because it makes things clear. It makes things clear. I've talked to Keytrix about this. Keytrix doesn't want to be selfish, and then I'm here being like, if you're not selfish, no one's gonna know what you want. If you're not selfish, you're not gonna get what you want. And some people want other people to be happy by getting what they want. It's all a cycle of happiness. And I feel like the only way that selfishness is bad is if it goes past the line of other people. And I don't see how it's bad, selfishness. Isn't it better to get the same result with less effort? If it's your reasoning to get the same result with less effort, if it's your reasoning, there's workaholics out there that wants to work all the time. I love making things bigger, better, the more stuff I put. I won't feel proud. I won't feel happy at the end of my life if I don't put less effort, because I don't feel proud of myself. So you may feel like, oh, being lazy but you get the same result is nice. To me, it's not. For some reason. But it's different to other people. I want to die with a feeling of tranquility for the last few seconds of my life. And that may be what you want. There's a lot of things that you can get out of life. Just keep wanting, and you'll be happy. There's no way I can find true happiness. Yikes. I know I won't find true happiness, but I'm just saying that what do you want to feel when you're passing away? I want to feel proud of myself. I may not be happy of what I've done. I may not be happy because maybe at the end of my life I'm poor and I'm dying, but in the end of my life I look back into my life and I'm like, I've done this. I've saved this. I've raised charity. I've entertained people. I've done things that I'm proud of, and that will, I don't know. I just feel like, to me, that's my happiness. Not happiness. That's my last wish or something. I don't know. That's my life goal. I'd rather listen to you, Scalak. Really? You sure? Because school is important. Also, sorry. I don't know. I'm just saying. We're just being philosophical here today. Also, hello, Tangerox. Sorry. I VC in those hellos. I'm just talking. Being selfish, huh? Pretty hard for me. I mean, yeah, it's hard to be selfish, but there's a lot of people out there that it's hard to not be selfish, and it's understandable. It's understandable. I'm one of those people. It's hard for me not to be selfish, and it does hurt when I don't get what I want and I feel like I lost out. Because I've grew up being spoiled, and then everything taken just in a second's day. And I just felt the differences. But yeah. Bruh! What do you mean? I'm not saying my last will. What the heck? I'm not done with my life. I want to live. And I want to continue living. That reminds me. But yeah. Now that I have a path to go on, and I have a future that I want, I don't want to go. I really don't want to go. I am scared of death, to be honest. But yeah, I have been for quite a long while, ever since I started YouTube. Because before YouTube, I'd spent days just lying down and just thinking, I've got nothing to do, you know? I got like golf lessons tomorrow and that's cool and all, but I don't really want to do golf for the rest of my life. and I don't really want to do these things, and I'm just like, oh, so bored, but yeah, now that I've started YouTube, kind of got a reason to live. So, long time ago, I was like, if I could sacrifice myself to save someone I really care about, I probably would. But yeah, I'm being selfish. Maybe beat you up, Sky, like it's fine to be selfish. That's what I'm saying. It's fine to be selfish. Also, I'm not going to beat you guys up. The heck? But what I'm saying, virtual hugs, but what I'm saying is that after I started YouTube, every single little sign of death was just, it's very hard for me. And for me, I'm so happy that I finally found something to call my path. So yeah, I'm gonna continue YouTube for as long as I think I should. The heck is this? The heck is this chat doing? Oh my god. You guys are... I'm just speeching. I'm just talking about stuff. And this chat, I'm just like... Oh my god, you guys are just... It's not that I hate you guys, it's just sometimes I'm just like... Chat. Yeah, the game BGM does go well with my speech, I guess. I'm not really speeching. I'm just TED talking. Find this inspirational. Yeah. I can talk on and on about the things, but all in all, I don't know. It's human nature to be selfish. Because in the wild, you are yourself. But the reason why it's hard for a lot of people to be selfish in society, you're not by yourself. You're with all these other people that you may care about more than yourself. So, and you are happy when other people get what they want. So yeah, selfish definitely does fade by time. But I just want people to remember it's fine to be selfish. Yeah. But yeah. Trying to make you mad. Yeah, you guys are really trying to make me mad, eh? But yeah. Oh, salute! Gotta get at least 3 hours. Alright, bye Raziel. Sorry I kinda got inspirational. Am a bit weird. But yeah. Nobody cares about you. Nobody will watch you for all the time. You need to focus only on you. That's not how it works. But I guess that's one way of seeing it. But I think it's more like you're on this world. You make bonds to help yourself. And it helps other people at the same time. But the reason why only to focus on you is because it's yourself. You got yourself in this whole thing, and other people can help. But, but, yeah, it's not you're alone, it's that you're with other people, but you are you. I hope you can get a sleep if possible. Ray, why? You still alive, don't worry, Tangerox. It's just we talking about a topic. I just left for school and now everything is serious. Deep, so deep. I thought everyone blocked me, nah. But yeah. Beat us, nah. You can be selfish. Doesn't mean other people are going to allow you to be selfish. I'm not gonna do it then. I'm being selfish and I'm not gonna do it. Ha! Okay, sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. But that's all I'm saying. I hope you guys like my TED Talk. Bye. Okay, I gotta go to bed. And because it's way past my bedtime. I talked for so long. I can keep on talking about it. All these little things. So much to talk about. It's amazing. And I'm gonna rewatch this. Alright. Hey, name. You be lurking? Boy. Good night. I'll be going. Sorry if I got all philosophical for the people that don't like philosophy and don't like these kind of talks. You can always just listen to the BGM. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Good night. Really great talk and great stream. I like it. Okay. I always like talking about these things. It gives me happiness for some reason. But yeah. It's not something to be sad about. It's something to be full of wonder about. Full of interest. But yeah. Alright. I'll see you guys tomorrow. What am I doing tomorrow? Oh yeah, I have a match. I have a big match tomorrow, so I won't be streaming. But if it does get canceled, I'll make sure to stream. But I heard that there was good sunlight, so I don't think it's gonna be canceled. But yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Ho! Ho! Good night. Good night. Bye-byes. Waving my hand. Bye-byes.